Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Rush holding it down with the Labudo Network. Right now, I'm promoting my side hustle, Rush Enterprise. If you're in the state of New Jersey, you need armed guards or unarmed guards, call up my business line and I'll line it up. The bigger the contract, the more money we make together, you heard? I got a special guest with me. I got my boy Wale World in the building. We about to chop it up, expound on this, you know what I mean? This new Spider-Man movie and the new casting for the X-Men. Yo, Wale, man, talk to the people, man. Let them know what's popping. I think you're on mute.
Damn, so I'm sorry, man. No, I was saying what's good with everybody. Oh shit, that's my bad.
Yo, did you? I know you got a chance to watch the film. So, what would you rate the Spider-Man new, brand new day film, like from a scale of 1 to 10?
Uh, I'm still having thoughts on that. I mean, right now, I mean, I would say at on an average, 7 through 8, around there.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna be kind of biased, man. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, I can't give it that. Not right now.
Nah, I give it that, man. Like I don't know, man. Like it maybe because I'm like a huge fan, and to see Jean Grey, yeah, I mean, in the film and how she was getting busy in that film, it made it made a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like the way how the storytelling was played out, it wasn't good. It's just again like if I'm taking in everything, that I have to question all that for myself before I ever like put it to a hyphenate point. So that's what I'm saying. Like I have to see.
so overall, what did you like about the film?
I mean, I think everything was spot on. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like nothing was like off topic. I mean, I think a lot of cases like I'll say this: the thing that threw me off was like, okay, the Jean Grey and Spider-Man connection. Like, I don't know if that was a legit thing in the comics or not, but you know, but even then, finding out that Jean even had a sister, because this is basically never told in the story of X-Men. So
Yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that
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 what
came
threw
out,
me off. Yeah, that threw me off a little bit, but I guess they added the sister for the story plot. You know what I'm saying? Because of the whole situation. And yo, if you are getting planned to watch the film, yo, we about to spoil it a little bit. So, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to spoil the movie for you if you haven't seen it yet, but just giving you a heads up if you're gonna listen to what we gotta talk about. I guess they added the sister within the film because that's the motive. You know what I mean? Because the government bodied her sister. Jean felt some type of way about that. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, but the thing is, and that was nothing because, like, okay, when they mentioned the sister, I was like, okay, wait a minute, since when she had a sister? So this is like pretty much for me, like this is where I gotta like do more deep dive research because again, I haven't had the the grace to even read the comics enough to know in the deeper intels of this character if she even had a sister or not. So that's why I was very cautious of even scoring it because if I
Not
don't,
from what I've been reading. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Jean Grey never had a sister, but Sinister did made a clone of Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? And like that Jean Grey kind of like, she made a deal with Mephisto and all that, and and etc. So that's like probably the closest thing to a sister
well, no,
you can
she
say.
actually has a legitimate sister. But the thing that's my point though, right? That's what I'm saying. Like as far as what comics did she originated from, and then of course all that. Because when I did the research, I did find out. Yes, she does have a sister in the comics. That is an older sister, which is Sarah Gray. The only difference is, I think, in the comic, she technically, well, what they say, she didn't had no powers, but because she was associated, they occasionally use her as bait, give or take. But she didn't have no powers. So basically, in the movies, they gave her powers, but reality, she didn't have no powers.
Okay, but yo, like Sarah Gray's not like how many issues of comics has she been presented in? Because I don't remember Sarah Gray.
Hey, but I'll tell you this though, I guarantee you look it up to see if Jean Grey has a sister in the Marvel comics. They'll tell you yes, she does. I don't know how much issue she actually appeared in it, but they will tell you that she did have a sister.
Okay.
Wait, during one of the dark storylines involving things. All right, so look at this. So so here's the story background, right? So during one of the darker storylines involving the
you want to pull it up? We'll put it in the back so I can pull it up.
Oh no, I'm looking at something else. That's why I'm just reading it.
Okay.
Not an actual page, but yeah, nah. So during one of the darker storylines involving Felix, Sarah and her family were killed in events that deeply affected Jean. So eventually, like, I think like they're just different like story arcs of this whole things, but more case than not, there is some, if not all, comics that do have a Sarah Gray in there. That is Jean's older sister. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just very weird though. That's what I said. It was I didn't see that coming type storyline.
Now, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on Peter Parker still like evolve into an actual like arachnid, like you know what I'm saying? Even though in the film it didn't show him having like 4 arms or whatever, but they insinuated that he was getting ready to, you know what I mean, transform it into something like that.
Well, yeah. So originally when I saw the trailer, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so they're giving him quote unquote the man spider motif as far as like character building, but yet they never went into the whole Spider-Man motif. They just show him that he was quote unquote just spider evolving.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're gonna use it, go all the way with it. I didn't love the fact that they just half-assed, but small difference, details, and all that stuff. Pick and choose. But honestly, like for his character, I just feel like I had this thoughts already. I didn't love the idea from the jump because when I think about a character like that, that's already at that age and timing of that, that sounds like more for a Toby than more so Tom Holland's type character. But again, I don't know from like the time they started his version of his movie to where we are now, that probably is the right timing of when they're talking about his whole evolution and everything like that. But pick and choose. I let that be.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember the '90s cartoon series, but there was a series where they made him a full blown, you know what I mean, man spider.
I remembered it, but that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like just looking at that, it's like I can understand the storytelling behind it, and that's all fine. But as far as like just placing it in there, is like I would have thought they would have went all the way with that and just shoot, but they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, but what I liked about that, with the cartoon joint, like, like Peter Parker actually linked up with, I mean, the whole entire X-Men, I mean, and when he was politicking with Professor X, like he was trying to figure out a way to keep those spider genes like remain dormant with him, but Professor X is like, nah, I don't suppress niggas' abilities, man. I teach them on how to embrace it and immerse with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, now what's your thoughts on Madam Widow though? Like, you think they did a good job with Madam Widow was in the film?
You mean Madam Web?
Yeah, Madam Web. My bad.
As far as looking at the movie, my only pre-canon part of it all is you can't tell me you had these 3 girls that she was pretty much rescuing and saving, that was supposed to beat this dude's ass, and then next thing you know, they sort of switched it at the end, and they didn't let the three girls beat that ass. I was like, what? I don't know. I think honestly, towards the end, I liked it because of the simple fact of the costume aesthetics that she was weaving into. But overall, though, I didn't like how they sold one thing only to flip it to a whole nother. But I mean, that could be some long storytelling and stuff. I don't know, but overall, I think they got the right character. I just think that the whole movie they didn't thought it well through, in my opinion.
I didn't, I didn't even know she was Madam Web, fam, until they started talking later on in the film. And I'm like, yo, that's supposed to be Madam Web? I'm like, yo, I don't know. Like, they in the pool and all that. You know what I mean? She was real nonchalant. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say nonchalant, but like, yeah, I didn't get I wouldn't say I caught a Madam Web vibe to it, but I see what they trying to do with it though. Like I guess they're gonna try to use that storyline to, you know what I mean, to link with the Miles Morales character. You know what I mean? Cause you gotta understand, Madam Web, she's connected to like different like multiverses and shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's obvious. But most of the time, she's mostly connected to Peter Parker, not no freaking Miles Morales. But either which way, it don't matter.
Yo, man, I mean, I could see them trying to do that. You know what I mean? Connect the dots. You know what I mean? They already have like a casting joint for the Miles Morales live action joint. So, I'm pretty excited when that film drops. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be excited to see that joint. You know what I mean? Oh man, you're hard to please. You're one of those. Yo, what I notice about like people that's into like Marvel, DC, and all that. Yo, y'all are hard to satisfy, man. Ain't nothing good for y'all.
It's not hard to satisfy. It's the status quo. It's like if you're gonna sell something, you better sell it right. There ain't no difference.
Right. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I still enjoyed the film. It's just that the Madam Web. I don't think they execute that character well. You know what I mean? Like, like they should have kept like the canon version of her, like her in this dark glooming spot with all, the portals that they show of different dimensions and shit like that. They should have kept it like that. And just her just being in the pool.
But that's the thing. They'll work her into that. That's the whole thing.
I mean, it didn't move me. I wasn't feeling it, but yeah, man.
You don't have to feel it, but at the end of the damn day, it's not like she just magically started there into that whole web universe and just plot hole. She had to get there. You just don't start there. You got to get there. So I'm not mad with that.
Now, yo, so what's your thoughts on the storyline? Well, Peter Parker, nobody knowing who he is, even like his close friends. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and that was another thing that sort of bothered the crap out of me with that movie because, and again, maybe it's timing, maybe it's just all of that put together. But honestly, for a movie that, you sit here and tell me, oh, Peter Parker does, like, no one doesn't know who Peter Parker is, but you put all these different set of people into play and all these different functions. All it's like you got a multiple of everything. You got Scorpion. Next thing you know, you got Tombstone. Then next thing you know, you got Hulk in this movie. Then you got Jean Grey in this movie. Then you got you got so much damn thing in one. Like this nigga just restarted his life pretty much, and then you just put all this mixed together. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Yeah. I'm like a little bit much to sell this one, ain't it? But
yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of like Scorpion in the film, though. I think they got it down pat.
Scorpion, I just thought that the fact that you just hitting the reset button, not hitting the reset button, but pretty much you're hitting the reset button on his life, you would have definitely just smooth on and easy because he's literally starting his life by himself. But the problem is, nah. We gotta keep going high and ride and get on that high life like it ain't nothing. Like, okay, I'm like, this dude just lost his aunt. He has no one that knows who the hell he is. Like, wait a minute, we're gonna just jump in right in here and just start slinging. Like, granted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they can't just jump multiple years in this bitch, but it's like, bro, like, this is why sometimes it's never that satisfying when you look at this shit. It's like, okay, whatever, do what you got to do.
I mean, listen, man. Like,
I mean, I said, I'm not gonna make it a big thing, but it's still.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense though. You know what I mean? Because those, from Hulk to and the other characters, they were used by, you know what I mean, Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the beginning of the film, you don't start the peak game with Jean Grey, her possessing everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, word up, because Jean Grey is an Omega level mutant, which means her meta abilities is godlike type joints. You know what I mean? And I forgot that she had the same ability like Professor X, where he's able to manipulate people's thoughts by handling shit for him. You know what I mean? And that's what happened in this particular film right here. Like, Jean Grey was controlling the minds of people that she needed to, you know what I mean, get through the government to, to save her sister. But by the time she got to that spot, she realized, they bodied her sister. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I'm saying, like, okay, listen, man. Like,
I'm not saying you ain't wrong. I'm just saying, like, that is the summary of it all. It's like, what more can I say? I mean, because it's not like, granted, look, it's young Jean Grey, she's a stray. They haven't, quote unquote, got into the whole mutant part, but they're selling the mutant part day by day. And, it's like, yeah, all right, cool. My thing is just, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, there's why I have to really like sit back with this. That's why I can't even give a solid reviewing of this overall, because that's why I'm like, it's just what it is. It's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Like, for what they sold it. Because again, there's a lot of things that they did in this movie that was spot on. Like, as far as, okay, like, as you hear Jean Grey talk to his sister about, like their parents not loving them, especially the mother and all this other stuff. Then she's reading Peter's mind at the end, only for Peter to be like, all right, I'm going to let you in this time. But only for you to experience what you never experienced ever, is a loving mother that cared about you, or someone that cared about you in this case, and being in Peter's position, only to now get something that you never got ever in your life, to then now to be the closing of you, being able to be cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like, all of that, for sure, as far as storytelling, that was good. The connections is the only thing that I'm just speaking on, and then just the point of reference of how much years has passed by for you to reach to this point that we're going to put all these characters in this one movie. Because again, like, we hit multiple different things that are in this, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if this is like stationary, but nah. Let's see.
I mean, the film made sense to me, man. I mean, that's why I enjoyed it.
I'm not saying that it made sense. I'm just saying in general, like, all the additives and everything that they add into it, that's the questionary part.
Yeah, I mean, the movie made sense to me, man. And like, when Jean Grey was possessing everybody, man, like, you ain't figured out, you didn't figure that out until, like, I say, like, the quarter top of the film. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no one did. No one didn't. That's the whole thing. But, I mean, if people were in the know, of course, people will let you know. Like,
yo, when everybody was getting possessed, like, from the army dude to, the people that's around Peter and all that, I'm like, yo, what mutant is doing this, man? I'm like, yeah, but when I saw Jean Grey, I'm like, yo, it's got to be her. You know what I mean? It's got to be her doing that. And then, later on in the film, it showed, her being with the sister, and her sister actually was teaching Jean Grey on how to, do that, like, hop through different people through their mindset. So, with the mind control thing, which I thought, but you know what, man, that film kind of remind me of The Fallen. Remember that movie, The Fallen?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, like that's the vibe I got from that film because of her. You know what I mean? Hopping on. You know what I mean? Different people and all that, controlling them with the mind control thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yo, but so tell me, man, like what 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 are some of the things you didn't like about the film?
It's like I said, I think honestly the whole, you know, reaching into the whole man spider motif, but never actually getting into the man spider. I mean, again, that's pick and
I
choose,
mean,
but
other than that, what else you didn't like about the film that you would change to make it better?
I, yeah, I don't know. Again, to this point, I don't know which version of Peter this is to this whole point, but I never knew Peter worked with a cop to do, you know, to do all this other stuff. So I mean,
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
because
yeah. That's me
he was
too.
way too involved now. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if he actually did work with one, but if he did, I mean, that was a little bit caught off guard. I think in most cases, I can't really say I hated like a lot of things. I would just say it's more of a caught off guard. I have to put it in question of research because again, I don't even really want to question if it is or ain't. Because again, like the Jean Grey and Spider-Man, like I question that only because was there really a relationship in this prior to X-Men possibly, but I mean pick and choose. I don't think so that was that much, but it's like even though they did had a relationship, but as far as how much before X-Men, I don't know. You know, so you know
Right.
there's a relationship, but was it before X-Men or was it just, or they did just flip the script just that little bit just so they can just, you know, collage this, you know, visuals of the movie overall.
But it's
So
not like
yeah.
you know, the X-Men they bumped heads with the Fantastic Four in the comics, Spider-Man. So it's not like an unusual thing that you know Peter Parker links up with the characters of or from the X-Men. I mean,
Well, I never said it was unusual. I'm saying like as far as the relationship, was the relationship one to one, or was the relationship like that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. I'm saying
yeah, yeah, I
when
know.
they had
It's
that
just
relationship,
not
was it
like
beforehand or
it's not
during? That's what I'm asking. Because
right.
again,
It's not an
party
uncommon
stories matters.
thing. Yeah, I get it. You're big on canon and you want everything to be
No, it's
original.
not even
Yeah,
big
I
on.
get
No,
it.
it's not big on canon. It's just the simple fact of meeting up. It's like I'm saying when you. I'm just saying again. If you told me Spider-Man met this person right in the comics, okay, cool. I'm asking myself one question. The only question is, did they met separately on a one-on-one thing, or was it just like during the X-Men times? Because again, granted, it don't have to be exactly like, oh, they met like okay. If you told me they met an X-Men like it's an X-Men crossover type stuff, it's like okay, cool, whatever. But again, when you're building the relationship where you're making these two people so important to each other, that's my whole point. Like, why are these two together? Because generally, if I'm just watching this for the story that you sold, it's all Gucci. But overall, though, did they ever had a relationship? That's my question. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm pushing it like that.
Okay, that I mean that's I guess that's doable for you to feel that way, you know. But I think what they're trying to do is kind of like figure out a way to connect everything through the storyline of Madam Web with Peter Parker, like you know the X-Men, the Miles Morales situation. Like I think they're just trying to connect everything together. You know, even with the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? Like I think they're trying to figure out how to link everything together to make you know a bigger film. You know?
I mean, it's obvious what they're connecting it for. They connected it for Doomsday, but
Right.
I mean, it's just so sad that they have to do it this way, though. But oh, hey, they can choose for me. I was still sad.
So so you don't like the whole idea of, you know, the doomsday situation?
No, it's not the fact that I don't like the idea. Again, I'm just saying, like, in the parts of leading up to it, it just, again, for me, I just wish they slightly went a different route. Keyword slightly, but I gotta live with it. I gotta live with what I got. So, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's still good though.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would have had a whole different Doom. Well, what's his name? Victor Von Doom. I wish they would have cast somebody else for that, not Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? It'll I I don't know, man. It's just like, yo, damn, yo, this nigga's like, everybody still have him in their thoughts as Iron Man. You know what I mean? Not a Doomsday character, but I guess they did it just to, keep the fans coming in and supporting the film.
Yeah, but they
Because
had plenty of time before they pushed that though.
I know,
Or at least in my opinion, they had plenty of time.
Yeah, like they should have took a chance and casted somebody else as a Victor Von Doom, because I don't look at Robert Downey Jr. as a Victor Von Doom. He doesn't really sell that to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe I feel that way because what I mean, he did such a good job playing Iron Man, Tony Starks. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like the idea of how they're trying to spin, because again, the unique way that they're trying to articulate how quote unquote Robbie Downey Jr. like was always quote unquote Doctor Doom in another timeline riff.
Right.
That's why I'm like, okay, I ain't mad with it, because again, I mean, to what they explain, it makes sense. Because again, it's like how if you mess up one thing one way or another in the timeline, you mess up a whole bunch of things. So, because pretty much, like if you remember what Doctor Doom said in the trailer, if you watched it, he says a lot of y'all are living lives that have been taken. And I get what he said by that, because it's like if you look at almost everybody, most of y'all are neither supposed to be dead, or neither you lived the life that you wasn't even supposed to gain.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess it does make sense in that. I mean, in that way, like, but I mean, I'm not gonna say, the new Avengers joint with Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom, is gonna be trash. I'm just saying, like, I wish that they would have cast somebody else for that role instead of Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, now the new casting for the X-Men, like, yo, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think they did a good job finding the new cast members for the X-Men joint?
Yeah, I think a lot of the new casts are pretty interesting. Good picks for sure. I know a lot of people were already talking mad crazy about certain people though, but
like what they saying?
So, for instance, the lady that was chosen for Storm, they said that she wasn't black enough. I was like, nigga, shut your ass up. Every single time I hear this shit, oh, this nigga ain't black enough. Shut your black ass up, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, that girl is black enough to be Storm. Like, what world are we living on? Like, they didn't even have cartoon Storm even look any more blacker than what it was. The matter of fact, the one that played Storm in X-Men Futures Past wasn't even black enough. I didn't hear the same things y'all talking about, even though she exactly on a young teen side did look like Storm, like crazy good. But still to this day, like a lot of people crying. I don't know what the hell this is. Like, I'm just not with this. Like, this whole thing of calling people out for being quote unquote not black enough or one way or the other. It's like my nigga, shut y'all asses up. Y'all with this colorism shit is just too much for me.
Yo, can you pull up a picture of the new cast members?
Hold on, let me see if I can find a list.
I'm looking for it now. I can't find it.
I thought you went to go get the list.
No, yo, pull it up.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
From what I've seen, the guy that looked like Keanu Reeves, that's gonna play Mr. Sinister. I think he'll be a good Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. That guy is. Yeah, I do believe he's gonna be good. Oh my god, this is so bad.
Damn, this shit is hard to find, bro. Yo, the cast members they have for the whole entire X-Men, they look mad young. Maybe it's because I'm super old.
Well, I mean, they're supposed to be young, right? Aren't you trying to have a longer film?
Nah, it's like, yo, they don't look. They look like they're in high school.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yo, it'll make sense for them to be that. What happened?
No, look in the back. I already got it posted up.
Oh, you got it in the back already? All right, hold up. I was still looking.
Oh, Jake H. Oh my god, Jake H.
Oh man.
Yeah, but all right. So let's look into it, right? So this one is the Jean Grey character. Hold on, let me try to pick this. So this girl's the one that's playing Jean Grey. So I definitely like this one for sure. It's pretty solid. I think it's a pretty decent one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same one that was in the Spider-Man movie, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so she's tight. They got this one playing Cyclops. I hope he actually is a good pick. I think he's a good pick. I mean, hopefully.
I don't know, man. I don't get a Cyclops from this dude, man. You know.
I mean, we'll see. Because like I said, I want to see if he plays it, but I want to see when he gets into character more so than just like looking on looks, because I can't really judge. But yeah.
Yeah.
Now see this one. Now see this chick playing Emma Frost. I ain't gonna lie.
I can see. Yo, she looked like an Emma Frost. Yeah, what is born? She looked like an Emma Frost right there.
The only thing is, I'm surprised they casted her so early though, because Emma Frost is like more of a later down the road character.
Yeah, because she rolled with the Hellfire Club. That's the original camp she was rolling with.
Right. So okay, so they got this guy playing Professor X.
Him?
He sort of got it. I mean, you can't tell because he got hair on his head, but he sort of got it. I guess if he were to like get him into a bald spot, he's sort of close, but yeah.
I think kind of reaching with that one, but maybe his acting skills will convince us that he's, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, because it's gonna be hard to replace the first two Professor X that they already used.
Yeah, man.
It really is. Oh Lord. Okay. So this is the chick that people were saying, oh, she's not black enough to play Storm.
Nah, come on, bro.
Like, again, like, don't get me wrong, I get it, right? You want, like, this is the thing I hate, right? It's like, you get a character that actually is playing Storm. Like, God forbid, if this was some, like, Lord have mercy, God forbid, this was, like, some white or Latina chick playing Storm. You would all crucify everybody for motherfucking doing this shit. But you get a black character that gets it, but now, because it's not a dark enough character. Like, I get it. You could have used anybody, quote unquote.
Oh, okay. So people are complaining that she's not dark skinned enough to play.
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah.
I mean, Halle Berry played Storm, and nobody was tripping about her.
Thank you. You can't make this shit up. Like,
yo, that's crazy.
This is pathetically clout. That's what I'm saying. It's dumbfounded. It is completely dumbfounded. That's why I'm like, bro, y'all never gonna be happy with anything.
Yeah, I could understand if she was like super light skinned, then I'd be like, yeah, that's not a Storm. But yo, she has enough melanated to play a Storm, man. Like, I don't know why people.
I think this is on a lighter side because someone showed a different picture. She was more brown skinned than this. So that's why I'm like, I'm not really feeling the idea of like them selling this idea. But I get it. It's like, you know, whatever, you know. Pick for what it is. Like, you couldn't find someone quote unquote more darker that can play the role, fine, whatever. But man, y'all just doing a little too much for me. It's like y'all cry for everything when y'all didn't even cry for the things that were happening back in the damn days. So they got this chick to play Rogue. So I'm very interested in to see how she plays this one because Rogue is actually one of my favorite female characters.
Yeah, I'm glad they got a chick that kind of looked good to play Rogue because the last Rogue they had, yeah, she was like not attractive, my nigga. So this Rogue right here looks. Hopefully, she could act the role pretty good. I mean, but aesthetic wise, like yo, she could pass to be a Rogue. You know what I mean? All they gotta do is dye the top of her head gray and the rest red and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that that's not that's the Rogue that got the flying abilities with the durability and super strength and all that. You know what I mean?
Well, they should if they write that in the stories. Because remember, I think there's certain type of rogues within the comics that was involved with Miss Marvel, if I'm not mistaken, that had those powers.
Yeah. She drained the powers of Miss Marvel to the point where after she drained her powers, she ended up keeping it permanently. You know what I mean? Because she bodied Ms. Marvel. And at the time, Rogue was rolling with the Brotherhood. You know what I mean? With Magneto, Mystique, and all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That was the original camp she was rolling with. And when it was, running jokes and causing mayhem and in the streets of down south or whatever, they end up she left down south to link up with them niggas, but fast forward, she bumps into Miss Marvel. She drains her power. Now, what makes this like so crazy is that when Rogue touches you, she drains you from your abilities and have your abilities for a small portion of a time frame. But because she held the touch on Miss Marvel so long, she ended up taking her powers permanently, which that's where she got her flying abilities and super strength with the durability from Miss Marvel.
Yeah, because the only thing she didn't took was the energy blasts, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's the only thing she didn't get. But but the old X-Men joints, one, Rogue wasn't that attractive, and two, she had no ill powers, nigga. She just had her normal joint where she just drain your joint. I mean?
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. But, they always, quote unquote, nerf in the movies for some reason.
Yo, but now this dude right here, like, if they make him the focal point of the new X-Men film, is gonna do good. You know what I'm saying?
He is going to be the vocal point. Because why else would you do Mr. Citizen if you're not going to be the vocal point?
Yo, I don't know, man. They been fucking up, nigga. So let's hope that they get it right this time, man. Now, let me ask you a question, Wale. Do you think they're going to incorporate the Kakuna in the new Marvel movie? You know what that is, right?
Kakuna.
It's a spot where all the X-Men link up. No, not the X-Men, but all mutants that have Omega level meta abilities or whatever.
You talking about the island?
It's not the island. It's like a spot. It's like a headquarters for them, and I think it's on Mars. They put it on Mars. It's not on the island. One of their headquarters is in New York.
Yeah, Kakuna. That is. Last time I remember,
yeah, it's not. That's not how the comics display it. It's not an island. It's a spot that's not even on Earth. They do got a headquarters in New York, but that's not the main joint they got. The main joint is like out of Earth, nigga. They all link up in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You never read that comic?
I know what you're talking about, but
yeah.
I mean, but that outer Earth into space, that's way, way on a whole nother level.
Nah, but that's where they was at. Matter of fact,
no, I remember where that was at, but that's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother level of story. As far as will they touch that? I mean, that's dependable.
I mean, I think it'll be dope. You know what I mean? They have Dark Beast. You know what I mean? Dark Beast beefing with Wolverine. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You try to get that.
That should be dope, man. I mean, you aware of Dark? You know the Dark Beast, right? Like,
Yeah, I know that one.
yeah,
Stretch I'm trying to get to.
yeah. So I think that'd be dope. I mean, like if they were to incorporate that, do you think they will do that or nah?
I mean, they already touched base, but the reality is, will X-Men ever get over? That's the real truth. That's the questionary part. Will they get over? Because again, when they reached to that part of space, that was mainly because of Jean Grey and the Phoenix.
Okay,
So,
now you're expounding on the what's them niggas called, man? You're talking about damn.
because literally, when they deal with those special characters, it was around when Apocalypse came around,
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
trying to
for the
remember
Phoenix.
what's the name of you talking about fuck. What's the name of them niggas, man? Um hold on. I gotta look it up. Let me see. Uh hold up. What's the let me see. The Shi'ar Empire. That's what it is. That's what you're talking about, the Shi'ar Empire. Because remember, right? Scott Summers' father end up linking up with the Shi'ar Empire crew. You know what I mean? Like, Gladiator and all them niggas. You know who Gladiator is, right? The nigga with the mohawk and all that. Yeah. So that's what you're talking about when they went off to space, because Scott Summers' father, Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, his father is a space pirate. He was running around, running jokes on niggas on with their spaceships and all that. You know what I mean? Until he came back to Earth to politic with Scott Summers, and that only happened because his pops was looking for the Phoenix and all that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then
because if
Scott.
I'm not mistaken, didn't they show that on the TV series, on the
Yeah,
animated TV series? Yeah, I seen a clip
yeah,
on
he
that. That
did.
shit was pretty good though.
That shit was dope, nigga.
Wait, they call him Vulcan? I thought they called him something else. No, they called him Cyclops' brother's not called Vulcan. Or is he talking about Cyclops' father?
Nah. Yo, hold on. You know, Scott Summers got two brothers. He got.
They only
He got
talk
a
about
brother.
Abby for most of it.
Yeah, he got a brother from Earth, but this dude, Vulcan, he's not fully human. You know what I'm saying? Like he's some different alien species type. He's like half human, some other species. Because
because pretty much his daddy was out there.
Yeah, he was. He was. You know what I mean? He was getting around, man. He was spreading his royal oats and shit, nigga. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. I know, SJ, man. I know, man. I know. I see you know something
know about the one brother. I don't remember about the one brother. See, I didn't know Vulcan was his other brother though. I know of Vulcan, but I didn't know he was his brother. See,
yeah, that's his half brother. But yo, if they did that should be dope. If they did that, you know what I mean, made a film based on that. You know what I mean? Shit, man. So what's up, man? You got anything to expound on? I'm about to get back. You know what I mean? Get back to work chasing chicken.
Oh no, man. I think we covered that.
Yo, so what's your last words before we bounce, man?
Hey man, if you haven't watched Spider-Man New Day, bro, go check it out, man. You will be entertained for sure.
Word. Yo, it's your boy Rush, aka Ruamundo, out here chasing that pollo, that guacamole, that rago, seek wisdom, practice humility, and those remain sucker free. You heard? Hold on, I gotta talk about this. Vulcan is a Omega level. Nah, he not Omega level, man. Omega level is like niggas like Magneto, Jean Grey.
No, he is Omega level. Vulcan? Yes, he is.
For real? What kind of abilities he got?
Go check him out. He is Omega level. Yeah. Vulcan? Hell yeah.
What kind of abilities he got?
Bro, he has almost like I forgot what exactly it is, but he's literally on par with pretty much Cyclops in the same sense of being Omega level.
Yeah, nah, Cyclops is not Omega level, bro.
Well,
Yes,
okay,
he
well,
is.
I don't know. Well,
Yes, he
yeah,
is.
you better
Look
go
him
check
up.
out the versions, but yeah.
I'm,
But he got
I'm,
energy manipulation, he got flight, he got force fields, he got power. What is this? Zip. Sorry. Okay, power siphoning, and then he got oh my god, I'm about to say something else. He got absorption. So yeah, that dude is literally Omega level.
yeah, that's a lot of shit. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. Yeah, I know Iceman's Omega level too. Yeah, I know he Omega level. Know what I'm saying? But yo, Wale, man, thanks a lot for pulling up. We gotta do another one. Yo, we gotta start doing the Marvel stories again, man. What's up, man? You down for that, man?
Hold up, let me check this. So hold up. Okay, so technically, in most cases, Cyclops is alpha level, but yeah, but later in the comics, he eventually becomes Omega level. I had to look that up.
How?
You know what I'm saying? Most of the cases, he's alpha level mutant.
Okay.
He becomes Omega level.
Omega level, okay. Word. All right, man. Yo, I'm about to bounce, man. Yo, Wale, man, thank you so much for pulling up. Yo, hey, we gotta start doing the Marvel stories, man. What's up, man?
Man, look, you're the one that be contacting my black ass talking about, hey, we gotta do, hey, what you want to do? And I ask you, hey, well, what you got? You like, hey, what you got? No. You call me. You don't got nothing. Don't call me. You don't got nothing, my nigga. No, don't you do that shit. I ain't.
Come on, man. Help me out, man. Yo, we gotta start doing. I've been slacking on this Marvel shit for so long, bro.
I'm over here trying to help myself.
I'm over here trying
to get back into it. Look, don't worry about it. I'll keep it in my mind, bro. I'll keep it in my mind. We're gonna definitely talk on something.
Yeah. If you got any ideas, any comics you want to expound on, let me know so we could do it together. I mean,
yeah. All right, look. So they already got the casting already. We'll see. Like we'll probably break down some stories on some of the cast members or something like that.
Okay.
Like one of each characters. I'll just figure out which one we choose. Cause I know we already did Sinister already. We did Mr. Sinister a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we did Impartial, but I know we did Mr. Sinister before. So
word.
Play it out how we see all the other stories. But yeah.
All right, Wale, man. I'll catch you on the flip, man. One.